Here's another kick-ass rock on the range moment, brought to you by Vapor Station. Kickin' ash every day.
Nuber broadcasting live from the Blitz Taco Bell Stage out here at Mafre Stadium, and we are joined right now by none other than the Sword.
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
How y'all doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
We're doing well. We just rolled up to the festival, hanging out, taking it all in.
Just taking it all in.
Taking it all in.
Have you guys played Rock on the Range before?
A couple years back,
It was
right?
a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's it feel to be back?
Feels great.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
You got the day without the rain, so.
Yeah, no, that's always
already a great
That's
start.
always nice.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to just dive into the album because it's fantastic. High Country, out now. So good.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. And it's definitely new territory for you guys. It's more of what I've read, at least of what you guys have said, is more of what you listen to now and what you kind of were inspired by at this point, not necessarily like what you would have written before. So how did you guys go into writing this record, and what kind of influenced you with it? Like, what bands were you listening to that maybe inspired that?
Your hometown hero is Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are really lucky here in Columbus to share a town with one of the most fantastically underrated and unknown rock bands in the world, called Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
You should really check them out. But also, just stuff like ZZ Top and Steely Dan and the Eagles.
Oh, some old school stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. So what is that? Just what you were listening to when you were listening to the record? Like, well, how did you go into this that was different from what you were doing before? Because
we we recorded at a different studio, used a different producer, all that kind of thing, to just kind of its own energy, its own life.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I do like the new record. I'm excited to see how it does here at Rock on the Range today. And one of my favorite things that I saw whenever I was like looking up you guys in your band on Facebook, you have just nothing else except the sword is a bladed weapon used primarily for cutting and thrusting. Who actually does your Facebook page? Was that from you guys? Or is there somebody who did that?
I don't really mess with it anymore, but yeah, I think I put that up there originally.
Do you ever seriously have people asking like how you got your band name when you're called the Sword?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And they expect something more than it's a sword?
Yeah, they expect some, well, one time there was this sword, and then, it's like, no, there's no, it's as obvious as the name sounds. It just, it sounds cool.
That was the last good band name. You took it.
You guys are from Austin. I've been there a number of times. I love it. Hales has never been. And I find it weird when I talk to people from Austin. I ask them if you would recommend going to South by Southwest if you've never been to Austin before. Would you recommend that, or is Austin just overrun by douchebags that month now? It's now a month-long festival, and to avoid it.
It's like a year-long festival now.
Yeah.
None of us live there anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got tired
Yeah.
of it.
We couldn't take it anymore.
Because it was overrun.
But you should definitely avoid during
It just
Southside.
depends on what you're looking for. If you want to stand in long, long lines and see absolutely nothing.
So for people like me who haven't been, maybe bypass.
Go in October.
Oh, okay.
Just by yourself. Because there's enough going on. You'll have plenty to do.
So I can actually enjoy the city for what it is. Yeah.
Don't go because of an event. You'll really taint your view of Austin.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. And the one last thing that like both of us were talking about just before you came up here is because we both saw you years ago opening up for Metallica.
Okay.
And I saw you in 2009 when they were doing like the Death Magnetic tour.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys were also signed because of a recommendation from Mark Morton, I believe,
Right.
from Lamb of God.
Yeah.
So all
Back.
come to like what it is. Like, explain how your journey's been, how it feels for you guys to go on tours like that, and also be able to do a headlining tour as well.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a real privilege and an honor to be recognized by people who are certified badasses in their craft, and to feel like you're one of the gang.
Yeah, we get to be in a band for a living, and that's getting to be a harder and harder thing to do.
Yeah.
To pull off these days. So
Yeah, so it's
pretty lucky.
very lucky actually.
I think a week after you played the 2008 show at the Schottenstein Center, which is like a 15,000 seat venue, you were at a place Rivari room less than a mile away that held maybe 250 people. It was like 2 weeks later. Was that? I mean, obviously that kind of change doesn't happen now, but when I saw that, I thought that was pretty remarkable. Was that discombobulating at all to the senses to go from 15,000 to 250 in the span of 2 weeks?
No, 250 is way easier than 15,000.
No, it is.
Yeah. So do you prefer that smaller setting then, or?
I don't know. I like shows.
I like shows. I like a band.
The show is the show. The bigger show has, bigger production, which usually equates to a larger stage, maybe a bathroom that you might be able to use.
Which is always a luxury, yeah.
Well, you kind of take those things for granted in a way, but man,
There's a lot of room between our shows or a 50-person show and a Metallica show.
Yeah.
Though,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like they're playing places where there was never meant to be music played, like in sports arenas and things like that. And and we play in bars and clubs, and when we're lucky, little theaters and things like that. And but we would definitely, we're not gonna scoff at larger venues or playing for more fans, but it's all kind of just crazy to imagine doing anything on the scale of Metallica that wasn't over them at this point.
Well, hopefully someday you'll get there, right?
Well,
that's the goal.
No, that's a silly goal.
Or no.
The goal is just to
The goal is to make
put out
music
good
that you're
records
proud of,
and kick ass live and be a great band. Because if we're trying to be Metallica, then I think that's probably not very not very realistic.
No, you're doing best when you're trying to be the Sword.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Exactly.
Again, the Sword. Awesome talking to you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. You'll be playing
Thank you.
stage 3 at 410 today, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds
We
right.
think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
And get their new album now. It is fantastic. It's called High Country, and check these guys out. They're going to be awesome today. I'm going to try with my names. I'm really bad with names. John, Kyle, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. Awesome. That's the first time that's happened today. So make sure you check out The Sword again for Nuber and Hales from Rock on the Range 2016, broadcasting live on the Blitz Taco Bell Stage for your rock station 99.7 The Blitz.